the break. Faithful, what is good, yo? So I forgot to edit my boy's eyes, but I just noticed something in this. There's not enough scientists. Like, why is there no scientists in Jump Force? Like, what do you mean? This is disgusting. There's not even a scientist outfit that I've unlocked yet. I'm just um for now, I'll probably go fix the eyes just after this fight, but Dr. Stone was not bad this week. I was kind of disappointed, and I kind of went in hard on it last week, just instantly on them using like a death trope in this show. But the way it played out is pretty much a one-off, right? Like, I don't believe he can get away with doing that again because of the way it happens, and that's not so much of a bad way of doing things in the grand scheme of like, oh, okay, well, if this happens now, not only will, the person who actually did the attack won't probably attack there, they'll probably go for somewhere else. Not only that, um, oh, I shouldn't have killed him. Not only that, it's going to be one of those things where they can just pretty much write it off as, oh, he this thing and like so the first thing I thought they were gonna do is because he kept cracking his neck, like he kept like pretty much, you know, making sure his neck kind of felt better or whatever you want to say. It turned into one of the things where they can like write it off as that, like, oh, maybe his vertebrae is in a different location because of all the cracking he's been doing and this and that. And I was about to be like, really, bruh? We're going off of you have a bad habit and you were cracking your neck, and that's kind of like a great reason why the first episode itself started off with us kind of waking up with the guy who's the brute force of it, the pack mule, as you can say, or just the muscles in general. It it felt like he was the main character um, more than our boy Psyche was. And I think I'm gonna be pronouncing his name wrong for the first little bit, and I'll get it probably right on the next video. But as someone told me in the comments that this character, which I don't see this as a spoiler actually, I see it more like a uh, kind of like a good introduction to what the show could actually offer compared to what I believe it already had, and that being the main character isn't even Dr. Stone, supposedly. So, if that is the case and there's still someone to meet, I think that's a pretty cool way of just like telling us, like, hey, there's still a lot for you to, experience. And not only experience, but this character, as we saw, just got out of a life threatening moment in a world where there's like no technologies, no real way to heal someone if he actually took this blow, like the main guy who, Musclehead who attacked him, or I'll give him nicknames sooner or later, but the guy, oh yeah, I gave him like his nickname is Caveman, like because that's just what he wants. He wants the world to be how it is with no technology, no science and stuff. Just keep it strictly like that, or not strictly, but slowly uh, just get your grounding back to your roots of what they can do in this stone world period. Let's go into the eyes. But not only that, the thing that really surprised me is how this happens, but not only how it happens, is how focused on saving him slash, thinking on their feet where they couldn't even really get any help. Um, oh, you can't change the eyes. That's what that was. Um, they usually look to him for the help. They're like, "Oh, we need you. Like, you're the only one who can figure this out." It's like, no, you guys got to figure this out now. You guys got to pick up the pieces where I left off. And, if worse comes to worse, you're gonna have to start thinking on your own. And then another thought process that came through the big oaf's head is that he would never sacrifice himself. And to say that he would never sacrifice himself seemed like the most selfish thing I ever heard. I was like, wow, what a loser. He's not even gonna sacrifice himself for people he truly cares about. And yeah, he's not because he wants to save everybody. That's his true goal. That's his true way of looking at it. If he can save all the people out there, he needs to stay alive. He needs to figure out a way to keep going because his life can bring back more than his death could bring. And that's one of the ways of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is he has no plans on ever stopping what he's doing until he's either A, satisfied with what he's done, or B, gets everything where it's supposed to be, and then and then maybe if he still has something else on his mind that he still wants to complete, like actually getting his physical body into space or something, that would still be possible for someone of his talent. So I don't know. It's a very interesting show, and to go in and watch him create, craft, be called a shiny monkey, and get teased by all the monkeys throughout the whole entire episode, straight up laughing at him because he's literally trying to do the impossible and make it possible, you know. So it was really fun to watch, and I thought a really good introduction to, like the struggle he went through because now he's like unconscious, and it's almost like he's just reliving his moments in that time for us to understand it. Because as of right now, while this is happening, he's still being rushed off somewhere, and we have no idea, where it's winding, ending up, So that's another thing that's kind of an interesting topic at hand with just what could be possible with finding out that he had a little piece of stone on the back of his neck, and by hitting that, it didn't really cause him enough, like it wasn't enough force to actually kill, but more it was just enough force to knock him unconscious. And the reason why he was cracking his neck the whole time was because, just like the girl's toe, he also had a problem with, I guess, when he came out of being petrified and not being fully done, So his was on his neck, and that's where he like grew this, crick, like this cracking neck thing, where it's just he was putting up with it the whole time because there was too many other, like people and reasons why he should, save all the rejuvenation juice for others instead of just using it on something like that. Or he might not even, no, there's no way he didn't know, because that's another reason why he kind of wanted to go fast and out quick because without suffering and all this stuff, like what can you do to make it so I don't bleed, I don't suffer, and it's not awkward after I die. He just really was calm about it and methodical about how can I really sway this man into attacking the area I want attacked. Dang, just like how this was putting pressure on me. My God. So I thought that was a really fun way of how they played that out. Oh, and not only that, we got to see just where I'm gonna let him win this round after this. Just where this show would put the overall narrative of, uh, who is going to be the true alpha. And at the one point, I thought we were about to see, him do something towards this guy, but to think that he would have a plan with the gunpowder and from seeing it only happen once and the knowledge that he has to recreate that explosion, but even to a further degree, him saying goodbye definitely was the one thing that probably gave him a little bit of an edge to get a, cut up on him. Like, oh, they're clearly going to take that, the body away from where we are. He's clearly got something up his sleeves, so that was all shown through just him saying goodbye practically. Holy crap. And that's the scary thing about this guy who is just ridiculously powerful is how quickly and how much attention he pays attention how much attention he pays attention how much attention he pays to the small details of every instance of these moments with these people. So it's getting interesting. Dr. Stone is definitely something I have noticed people are just watching it and not really looking for other people's opinions or reactions on it because it's probably one of the shows that captivate their audience the most. And I feel like the audience that's watching it isn't so much of like they're not reaching out for other people's opinions and stuff like that because they can actually. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you guys are reaching out to us because you can't formulate your own opinion or anything on other shows. It's just that sometimes people literally go out to reviews to see how other people took the perspective of the episode, how they took everything in. Not only that, what did it mean to you compared to what did it mean to me? And some people really like sometimes in JoJo, I didn't really understand a lot that was happening. So seeing someone and being in their chat community of, them talking about what I didn't understand changed a lot of my perspective on how I was looking at it compared to how they were explaining certain things. So that's why I love the community of anime at times and why I wanted to make my own so you guys can have those types of moments where you're confused and you can go to a video like mine and not even get your answer met, but maybe in the comments someone had the same thing and they talked about it already. You can jump into it, anything like that. I just hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening. It was a long ride to get to this final video. Freaking Evo slowing me down, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one tomorrow. So with that, peace.